And it's not like what you've been seeing lately. This is our thing. This is for Jimmy this weekend. Nothing else. Peace and love, Jimmy. We need a break. We're doing a lot of good work, making a lot of progress in the movement, but you gotta have a break sometimes. It can't be all work, no play. We gotta have some balance. And we've been working our butts off all summer, so we're gonna enjoy some live music today. Even though City of Seattle said I couldn't do it, King County said I couldn't do it, State of Washington said I couldn't do it, but we're doing it, people, because we are Americans. And we got our First Amendment rights of the Constitution, and nobody's gonna take away free speech. So I said it. Bless you. Here's my wonderful dad, Leon Hendrix, the brother of Jimmy. He returned to Seattle for this. It's a homecoming for him. He's been living in LA for 20 years because that's what happens when you're a musician and Jimmy's brother. But he came home for this, for the 50th memorial, his brother's passing. And he's here to support this is the Youth Empowerment Day. That's why we got the younger musicians up here. It's so important to hear from the younger musicians. And so Dad is here to support them and to just to greet you guys and be Jimmy's brother here.
Thanks, baby. Boy, she can talk, huh? Hey, you guys, what's up? Thank you, Jimmy. Okay, I want to say a few words here. You know, Jimmy died like 50 years ago, and he was a victim of systemic racism. He had the FBI and the CIA following him around because he played the Star fucking banner. I mean, the Star, what do you call it? The Star Spangled Banner, the way he wanted to play it, and they called him a terrorist. They made him a national security risk in the 60s. You know, and it's 50 years later, we're still fighting for the same fucking shit. You know, equality. You know, anyway, I want to do a little good stuff right now. Okay, I want to say, you know, that Jimmy was such a spirit, so strong, you know. He ran the 60s. The government didn't like him in the 60s. And they did everything they could to discredit him, put newspaper articles out that he was on drugs and heroin. But if you check it out, you see his autopsy report, he had no drugs in him. So I don't want to say that, you know, there was some mysterious shit going on, but there was, okay? But anyway, on a brighter note, it rains all the time, but the sun still shines, and the sun and the rain, they kiss, and rainbows live, okay? And yesterday was rainy, but Jimmy used to write a song. When he was looking out the window, it was raining. He wrote "Rainy Day, Dream Away," because you know the rain couldn't stop him, and the rain didn't stop us. Anyway, damn, I had a lot of shit to say, but then I think he's gonna bring me up again. You know, sometime later. But anyway, I want everybody to know, thank you for coming out and supporting this effort, because our musicians, our young musicians, are our future. Our creative people, the young kids that come through this, there's going to be new music coming out pretty soon after this COVID is over. And although I'm dealing with COVID, I got another virus. It's called the Jenka virus. My adopted sister. Her name is Janie Jenka Hendrix with an asterisk on the end, okay? Now she sues us all the fucking time, and I know Jimi Hendrix fans don't like the fact, if they knew that she uses her money to sue the Hendrix family, you need to boycott all her shit right now. You know what I mean? I'm sorry to say that, but I'm gonna get sued for this. I'm not supposed to mention Jimmy's name or Hendrix, and I am a Hendrix. She's not. She's trying to change history. She had her kids change all her names to Hendrix, and there's no blood in that. So I want you all to kind of boycott. When you buy a t-shirt, look, If it says authentic Hendrix or whatever that, what else, honey?
Boycott Experience Hendrix and Authentic Hendrix LLC.
There you go. And she's got ranches in Arizona. She uses her money to sue the Hendrix family and doesn't help it at all. Give us a donation, bitch. Oh, I'm sorry.
Listen.
Kick down.
My dad has been through so much behind being exploited by false family members, people that were supposed to care about us, love us. They were fake. Like he said, this is Hendrix blood right here. We're the family. We're in the building. We got Jimmy's nephews right here. Jimmy's cousins. We got Jimmy's. Where's Roberta? We got family in the building. All related. From the blood. Born from the same mother. Same grandmothers.
I guess mud is thicker than blood. She's a mud puppy.
I'm done. Oh, Dad. Dad's nicer than that. But you know what? He has a right. It's free speech. Free speech. And
that's called the First Amendment, for those of you that got a problem.
Put a gag order on him. Say he couldn't even say the name Jimi Hendrix. He couldn't even say his own brother's name. Is that right? To me, that sounds like a violation of free speech. So anyway, if you guys want to get down with the real Hendrix family, it's the HendrixMusicAcademy.org and it's LeonHendrix.com.
Hey!
And we're out here with Jimmy's real band members that were with him 50 years ago, that played with him more than 50 years ago. We're out here with Juma Sultan.
Juma Sultan.
Juma Sultan in the building.
Jimmy's original percussionist.
All the way from the East Coast. New York, coming all the way here for his friend's 50th anniversary of his murder. Jimi Hendrix did not die of a drug overdose. Jimi Hendrix was murdered. Jimi Hendrix was murdered. When it happened, everybody knew it. Everybody knew it. But he was a black man that was murdered in London and Scotland Yard pushing under the rug. And for 50 years, me and my family, we haven't been satisfied with that. Jimmy wasn't a drug addict, but that was an easy lie to put on a black man before they killed him. That was an easy lie for them to get away with. But it's 50 years, and this was our chance to say that for Jimmy. Justice for Jimmy. Jimmy did not die of a drug overdose. Jimmy was suffocated. In 1970, September 18th, 1970, Jimi Hendrix was suffocated with red wine, just stuffed down his lungs. Somebody gave him a big pharmaceutical pill. It wasn't his. How does that happen? He was doing things. He was dipping and dabbing in the normal drugs that everybody was doing in the 60s, but he wasn't crazy with it. Come on, people. And a lot of people that are Jimmy's age that are here now, they know. It's okay to experiment, but he didn't go too far. He was not an addict. He was not a drug addict. Not one needle mark on his body when he died on the autopsy. But yet, they said it was a heroin overdose. And Jimmy's friends, who lived and grew with him for 3 years, toured with him, they all knew he was scared of needles. They all knew it. So how does that happen? How do they tell that lie, get away with it for 50 years? You know what? I believe the people that were there. I believe Jimmy's friends. I do not believe Scotland Yard. Isn't that crazy? Scotland Yard?
Nice set, man.
Messing with a black American like that? But nobody came to rescue him because he became a threat. He spoke out against the Vietnam War. He supported the protesters in Berkeley. He supported the protesters in Chicago. And when he started to support the protests and to play the national anthem in his own way, they called him a national security threat. All the events leading up to Jimmy's death. So on the 50th memorial of my uncle's untimely passing, I just think it's time to get some justice, or at least put the truth out. At least put the truth out there for the next 50 years. So the little kids aren't lied to. Jimi Hendrix was not a drug addict. Jimi Hendrix was a beautiful human being. A magnificent human being. Look at us. We're here 50 years after his death. He still matters. That is important, people. We all matter. We all matter. Okay? Black lives matter because black lives are under attack. It doesn't mean you guys don't matter. It just means that you guys aren't under attack right now.
All around.
You know, so don't hit people with that all lives matter stuff unless you're up here and you put it in context. Because it takes away from the true meaning.
Jimmy.
And the Black Lives Matter protests are peaceful. 95%. All those protests are not part of Black Lives Matter. So don't get it twisted. Do not get it twisted. There are the good people out there protesting. It's the young people, and they're teens and 20s. All ages out there eating rubber.